And thanks again for joining us. So, Jenna, let's kick off with a little bit of the modern awards and let's get into what exactly is a modern award and why does it matter?
Yeah, great kickoff. So it's a boring part of employment. I'll put it out there. There's a lot of, black and white on a piece of paper, but it's something that if you're an employee, you need to get your head across and be aware. You don't have to be the expert, but engage someone to make sure that you're doing the right thing as an employer. Basically, a modern award is a legal binding document that sets the minimum T's and C's of employment. So, what do I pay my staff member, maximum hours to work, overtime, allowances, penalty rates, potentially uniform allowance, laundry. There's so much that goes into an award. There's obviously certain elements within the award that are more focused on than others, but an award sets out all the T's and C's. It sits on top the NES. Now, the NES is the National Employment Standards. They're the minimum standards every business in Australia must comply by. So you have the NES and then the awards sit on top of them. So if you are covered by an award, and when I say your team members, your employees, and we'll get to how to determine what award shortly, but it really matters that you're aware if you are covered with an award or not. We have so many clients come to us and say, "Oh, but I pay above award. Awards aren't applicable." Well, I'm sorry to burst the bubble. Even if you pay above award, say $100 an hour versus $25 an hour, that's the minimum requirements, it can still be applicable. So you need to make sure that you know if it's applicable or not. Awards are industry and role based. We'll touch on that, but basically, they're not optional. You have to comply with the boundaries within if an award is applicable. Getting it wrong can lead to a lot of risk. The biggest risk is non-compliance from a payment perspective, so underpayments.
Yep.
And that's not something anyone wants to get into. So, yeah, in summary, an award, there's 122 out there, so complex. Majority of roles come under them, not all, and we'll get to that. But there's the national employment standards that cover every employee within Australia as a baseline. Then on top is the modern awards. And if an award is applicable, that has more context and detail compared to the NES, and we must comply by it. Summarising again, it covers a huge number of things, but things like minimum hours, minimum pay rates, allowances, penalties, what overtime looks like, what breaks look like, what a length of shift looks like. There's so many elements, and every award has differences within.
Okay, so what are we at? 12:09, pardon me. I've learned something straight away. I didn't know there was an NES, didn't know there was a National Employment Standards. And I find that incredible that I didn't actually know that. So, hand up, didn't even know it. Question for you. When we're talking about the modern awards, state, federal, again, just to go off script for a second, do they
Yeah.
matter depending on which state you're in or territory?
No, majority is it from a national. So
Right.
from a HR employment perspective, we love it because the system is national, unlike say health and safety, OH&S, which is state by state. So it's much easier. So for example, we service clients nationally, even though majority of our team is based in Victoria.
Sure, yeah.
So yeah, your location doesn't matter as such. There are some nuances. That's not a blanket rule, but basically from an overall perspective, it is a national system.